Hey Pepper Joe, I hear you're getting a lot of emails about bringing their plants in for the winter.
Yeah, we are. There's a lot of trends that are changing in gardening and in the hot pepper industry. One big trend, container gardening. You go back 20, 30 years ago, mom and dad always had a little garden out back. Today there's a lot of younger folks, 20s and 30s, all their hot peppers are in containers. So that's a big trend that we're recognizing and addressing. I'm getting a ton of email about bringing peppers indoors over the winter, growing peppers indoors hydroponically, which we'll get to the video. I'm going to have an expert do that for me. Today's about overwintering and pruning back your pepper plants. Admittedly, I'm no expert at this, but I have done it myself. I'm going to keep this a basic 101 for overwintering your peppers. What are the advantages? Well, when you overwinter your peppers indoors, if you prune it back like I'm going to show you today, the following spring when you take the plant back outdoors, during the winter, it's in a state of semi-dormancy. In the spring, you take it back outdoors and it just breaks loose and starts growing again like crazy. So you could conceivably have hot peppers 2 months, even longer, 3 months earlier than you would if you grow them from seed. So a lot of advantages. Now you might bring peppers indoors for a couple reasons. One is to let them continue ripening. In that case, here's our pepper plant. You would just bring it indoors and let it continue to grow. Today's video is about overwintering, pruning it back, put it in a state of semi-dormancy. So with that in mind, first thing you want to do is, I'll bring this around to you so you can see it. Take off any ripe pods. That's going to only cause the pepper a little distress to try to keep them ripening. If you have a few green pods and you want to leave them on, that's up to you. I get questions, will they continue to ripen? Yeah, they will. Now your pepper, when you bring it indoors, it's going to go into a little bit of a state of shock. So here's the requirements. Boy, it is hot out here today. Are you hot, Penny?
Uh-huh.
All right, it must be 80 degrees October 1st in Myrtle Beach. Anyway, some of the requirements. Let's talk about temperature. Keep them warm. They love 68, 70 degree weather inside. A garage may be too cold in the winter, or a screen porch. I get questions about a basement. Yes, a basement will work, but then you have to address the lighting. They need natural light peppers indoors. So put them next to a sunny windowsill. If it's facing east, they'll do best, but any sunny windowsill will work. And I get questions about grow lights. Sure, grow lights are great. It gives them the correct spectrum lighting that a pepper plant needs. And fluorescent lights are good. Light bulbs, no way. It's not that natural type of spectrum lighting that your plants will need to survive through the winter. So you have the lighting, sunlight, watering, not as much as outdoors. Now if you notice here, I've removed the mulch from this container plant. I had a layer of newspaper. I had some straw, about 3 inches thick. I took it out for a couple reasons. Number one, you don't want to bring the bugs indoors with you. So take the mulch out. Number two, check for ants in your containers. Make sure you're not transplanting ants indoors. That wouldn't be a good thing. And if you can leave it in the container that's already growing with, as I'm going to do in this example, you don't have the added stress of transplanting. I get a lot of letters, can I transplant my peppers from the garden into a container? Sure, you can give it a shot. But every time you disturb the root system, it's another layer of difficulty. I recommend keep it in the container you grew it in, or next year, grow some peppers in containers with the optimum result you're looking for, bringing them indoors to overwinter. That would be your intention. So try not to disturb the roots. Now again, I'm not an expert at this. I have customers that prune the roots back. Fantastic. More power to you if you can, be that sophisticated and still have the pepper survive. Today's Overwintering 101. So you do get a few pests. Watch out for whiteflies. You may get some aphids that hatch indoors. Not a problem. 1 teaspoon of dish soap and about a 16-ounce container of water. Shake it up real good. You may want to put a few drops of vegetable oil to make sure it adheres to the leaves. and that'll take care of aphids and whiteflies for you. So that's the deal on pest. Final, before I prune this baby back, variety. Varieties make a difference. Cayenne peppers do great indoors. Jalapeno peppers do not. You'll learn this through trial and error. Maybe with the jalapenos, it just puts more stress on the plant to grow those juicy, big, plump peppers than a little thin cayenne pepper. The super hots do good, and that's another advantage to overwintering. Super hots need a long season, maybe as much as 150 days. So if you live in a cold weather area, bring your plants indoors. You'll get a big production of super hot peppers next year. Okay, here we go with the grand finale. You want to do your pruning. Don't be afraid of doing too much pruning, so that you leave a nice V shape. As you see here, if you come in a little closer, Penny, see this nice V shape where my fingers are? You can leave 7, 8, 10 of those V shapes. Again, if you want a few small peppers on the plant, you can leave them. In this case, I'm going to take them off. Don't be afraid of pruning it too much. You do need to leave some leaves on your pepper plant. Of course, a plant can't grow without leaves, but give it a nice strong pruning. What you'll see is, see this new growth at the bottom? You'll see some new growth continue to grow as you bring your plants indoors. Now, my intention is to, again, leave about 6 to 8 V-shaped crotches so the plant will grow nicely indoors. Okay, nice compact shape, nice growth. All the peppers are off. Now, this will take less strength for the plant to grow now. You'll see some new growth. You may see some flowers indoors. That's not uncommon. But don't be worried if your pruned pepper plant has some leaves that turn yellow and drop. I've just stressed this plant out. But the strength is in the root system. That's what counts. So even though I've stressed the plant out, it will continue to grow indoors. It will drop some leaves, very normal. As long as you see some leaves remain, as long as you see some new growth occurring throughout the winter. So watering changes. It's not outdoors. You don't have the sun evaporating your water. You can water the plant once a week, just like a house plant. Fertilizer. Do you fertilize your plants? Again, if your intention is to have big, lush growth, fertilize it as usual every 2 weeks. My intention is to just have it go semi-dormant, so I only fertilize it once, midwinter. And again, watering every couple weeks. The requirements are less. So there you have it. I move this indoors. I give it some sunlight, a little bit of tender loving care, TLC, occasional watering, one fertilizer during the winter, midwinter, and this baby might look a little stressed by the time February rolls around or March here. But when I take it outside, and by the way, acclimate it slowly next year. Don't take it from indoors to full sun on a hot sunny day. The best day to bring it out is a rainy day, or at nighttime so it gets a little bit of sunshine, or a partly cloudy day. And then give it a couple hours the first day, and add an hour the second day, add an hour the third day. Maybe you get it up to 5-6 hours after 5-6 days, and then it's ready for full sunshine. But keep in mind, peppers don't like hot, constant, humid weather. They like a break just like people do. So when you pick your location for your containers next year, put them in partial sun, a little bit of shade, some sun, and they'll appreciate it a lot more. Mulch them, that'll keep the water requirements down. And there you have it, how to overwinter your peppers. So we're going to do some more videos on some subjects you've been asking for. Check us out on YouTube. Come visit pepperjoe.com for some more information in our FAQ area and how to grow a hot pepper section. And also, as always, you can join our newsletter or join our Facebook page so that we'll keep in touch with you. We like to stay with our customers every step of the way, try to answer every question, and try to address every issue. Again, thanks for being a viewer. Thanks for shopping at Pepper Joe's.